Hello students, this is Dilip sir. In this session we are going to start the second chapter of Maths 1, that is Trigonometry 1. See, trigonometry is a topic which we are learning from our lower standard. So I am assuming that you all know the basic concept of this chapter. By the way, since originally students are not present, so I'm not discussing any basic concept. Otherwise, I always start my lecture with basics and foundations. I ask students what they know and what they don't. As per that, I start my lecture. So because I believe once your foundations are clear, then only you can attempt complicated and difficult questions. So JE point of view, this chapter is very important, and as well as if you are NEET aspirants. So in physics also, trigonometry plays an important role. So you cannot skip this topic. Okay, so I'll start the first topic of 11th standard, that is sign of trigonometric function, or I'll say signs of trigonometric function. Sorry, trigonometric function. So this is the first topic of this chapter. So by the way, sign, what is the meaning of sign of trigonometric function? Whenever we talk about sign of trigonometric function, it means that particular trigonometric function. See, trigonometric functions, we know there are 6 trigonometric functions, right? So let me repeat it. This is very basic thing, so I'm repeating it. There are 6 trigonometric function. Okay, so let me write this, and that is sine. Let me write angle as x, then cos x, then tan x, then cot x, then cosec x, and then sec x. So these are the 6 trigonometric functions. Now what we are talking about? We are talking about sine of trigonometric functions, means whether these 6 trigonometric functions are positive or negative. So but where it is going to be positive or negative? So obviously it is going to be, we are going to check whether it is positive or negative in particular quadrants. So how many quadrants are there? So as you all know, there are 4 quadrants in 2-dimensional geometry. Here for example, what I have drawn x-axis and y-axis. So this is x-axis and y-axis. Now we all know it is here it is 0 degree, then it is 90 degree, then it is 180 degree, then here it is 270 degree, then here it is 360 degree. So and this way it will continue. Yes, as we have done in the first chapter, that angle is limitless. Till infinity degree we can draw the angles. So if we are going anti-clockwise, so what we draw? Positive angles. So I'm going like this, for example, anti-clockwise. So 90, now I reached 180, then I reached 270 and then 360. And obviously we can, yes, go like this till infinity. So what is happening when we are rotating it in anti-clockwise direction? So if it is reaching from 0 to 90, so it is the first part, and the first part is nothing but the first quadrant. And then 90 to 180, this is the second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and the last one is the fourth quadrant. This is third and this is the fourth quadrant. So this is again, this is the basic thing, this is what I'm explaining. But now what I wanted to explain you, in these quadrants, these trigonometric functions, yes, they may be positive or they may be negative. So that is what I'm going to explain you. So for this, I'm going to give you a rule, and that name of that rule is ASTC rule. ASTC rule. Okay. So now let me tell you what is this ASTC rule. For short form, you can memorize in many ways. Like you can memorize in there is a Marathi sentence for this. This is आमचा साइन तुमचा cos. So now I'll explain what is the meaning of this आमचा साइन तुमचा cos or ASTC rule. See here in the first quadrant what I have written? A I have written. So A means what? A is going to denote all. Then it is sine. Sin, sine means it's simply sin, sine, that is trigonometric function. Yes, this one sin x. And then tumsa means that is we have to write in the third quadrant t. And then last one is the cos. So it is amsa sine, tumsa cos. See, t, when t comes, it means it is tan. We have to consider tan, and c for here it is cos. Now, so here Astc rule, that is in first quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. This is what you have to remember. Then when I'm talking about sine, so in second quadrant sine is positive. And now you all know, yes, by basic concept that whenever sine is positive, so obviously cosec is going to be the positive. Why? Because they are reciprocal of each other. Okay, so cosec theta is going to be positive. If sine theta is positive, then cosec theta is going to be the positive. Then here in the third quadrant, yes, as per that your Marathi sentence I have written tan, so it is tan theta. So tan theta is positive in the third quadrant. Now I'm going to write, if tan theta is positive, then obviously that cot theta is also going to be positive. Now in the fourth quadrant, cos theta is positive. So obviously their sec theta is going to be the positive because they are reciprocal of each other. Now once I have explained the Astc rule or amcha sine tumcha cos concept, now by using this, now you have to give certain answer to me. So as I've explained you, the first quadrant is from 0 to 90, second quadrant is from 90 to 180, third quadrant is from 180 to 270, and the fourth quadrant is from 270 to 360. So if I'm asking you, what is the sign of sine, for example, 185? So this is what you can guess. So obviously you will, yes, you can guess the answer. So what is sine 185? It is going to be negative. Why negative? Simply because in third quadrant, what happens? That 185, it is in the third quadrant, and sine 185 is negative. Now let me ask you another question, that is tan, for example, I'm asking what is 300. So what is tan 300? So first of all, what you have to check, that 300 where it is coming, where it is lying. So 300 is lying in the fourth quadrant. Now, so tan is positive or negative in the fourth quadrant, sorry. So it is negative. Once again, tan 300 is negative. This is what, yes, the answer is. Okay, now next question. What about cosec 179 degree? Okay, cosec 179 degree. So it is positive or negative? Obviously, it is going to be positive. Okay, so in this way, we have to give the various answers. Okay, so one more question I'm asking. Now you have to say whether cos 95, whether it is positive or negative. So cos 95 is negative. Why it is negative? Have you understood this? Because 95, it is lying in the second quadrant. And in second quadrant, what happens? Cos is negative. So this is the basic idea of science of trigonometric function. So it is very simple to understand. Any student can understand it. But now, by using this, I wanted to recall the concept which you have done in the ninth standard. So I'll tell you the basic thing, yes, which is totally depending on this only. So you have heard about sine 90 minus x, I'm writing. So you can guess the answer because it was there in ninth standard. So what answer you should say? It is cos x. Okay. So I'm just writing because you are aware about it. It was there in the ninth standard. It was only the formulas. Okay. In detail we are going to learn in 11th standard here. Yes, right now we are going to learn why this is happening. Okay, why sin 90 minus x is cos x, and why cos 90 minus x is sin x, why this is happening. So we are going to learn right now. So I'm going to explain, yes, within a moment. So first let me write all formulas. That is tan 90 minus x, I'm writing, that is going to be cot x. Then let me write cot 90 minus x. Okay, so this is going to be tan x, and then cosec 90 minus x. So what was the formula? You should say the answer. This is sec x. Then sec 90 minus x. What is the answer? This is equals to cosec x. Okay, so this is what the main formulas which we have done in the 9th standard. But now let me tell you why these answers are coming. So first of all, here because we are discussing the sign of trigonometric function, that is the reason I'm going to explain that. For example, here I have taken x-axis and then I'm taking y-axis. For example, here I'm taking y-axis. Okay, it should get increased. Okay, it is not getting increased. I'm taking another double-headed arrow. Okay, now as we all know, Astc rule. See, here it is 0 degree, here it is 90 degree, here it is 180 degree, here it is 270 degree, here it is 360 degree. Okay, why sine is changing to cos, why cos is changing to sine, it is there in detail in 3rd chapter. But right now, why all answers of sine 90 minus x is positive, yes, or all answers of trigonometric functions are positive. You can see sine 90 minus x, it is cos x, means it is plus cos x. Or you say cot 90 minus x, it is plus tan x. So why positive sign is there? Because here if we will ask or we will think about 90 minus x, where this 90 minus x will lie. So obviously it will lie here, 90 minus x. Means the angle which is less than 90. Yes, x is any acute angle and then 90 minus x will be there in the first quadrant. And all trigonometric functions are positive in the first quadrant. That is the reason here you can see every 90 minus x is giving the positive answers. Now, one question I'm asking you. Now you have to give the answer to me. For example, I'm asking what is sine 90 plus x? Sine 90 plus x. This is the question I'm asking, for example. So 90 plus x, where it is? The angle which is more than 90. So it is in the second quadrant. And what happens in the second quadrant? Second quadrant, yes, here sine and cosec are positive, as I have explained you, yes, earlier. Sine and cosec are positive here. So that is the reason sine 90 plus x, obviously the cos is going to come here and the answer is again positive. But if I'm writing cos 90 plus x, now you have to give the answer of it. Cos 90 plus x, if I'm asking, what is the answer? So this is going to be minus sine x. Why minus sine x? Because here it is cos, right? And cos 90 plus x. 90 plus x, where it comes? It comes in the second quadrant, right? So 90 plus x comes in the second quadrant. Here I am writing, yes, second quadrant. So that is the reason cos, answer of cos is going to be negative. See, sine will change to cos will change to sine. This is okay. This is what we have understood. Okay, since 9th standard we are doing it. But what about the sine? Yes, why cos 90 plus x is negative? Now I think you are clear about it. Now let me ask you another question. So for example, I'm asking tan 90 plus x. So 90 plus x, again, once again, it is which quadrant? 90 plus x, it is the second quadrant. But tan changes to what? Tan always changes to cot. So that is the reason it is minus cot x. So in this way, we can, yes, write answer of another questions, or we can say these are the formulas. Yes, so cot 90 plus x. Now what is the answer for cot 90 plus x? Once again it is going to be minus tan x. 90 plus x, it is in the second quadrant, and in second quadrant what happens? Cot is negative. Now let me talk about cosec. So cosec 90 plus x. Now tell me, 90 plus x, where it comes? It comes in the second quadrant. But in second quadrant, what happens? Cosec is positive. So here it is going to be plus sec x. See, what you have to see, where you have to see? You have to see in the left hand side. This question you have to see and you have to check the sign. Cosec is positive. That is the reason answer of cosec is what? Positive. Cot is negative. That is the reason answer of cot is what? Negative. In this way it is happening. Okay. Next, what about sec 90 plus x? So I am writing here sec 90 plus x. Now what is the answer of it? Sec 90 plus x. So sec 90 plus x is going to be minus cosec x. So this is the basic thing. Okay. So as I have told you, these are very important, and if you understood this concept, the first exercise of your trigonometric one, okay, so at least 25% of the problem we can solve by using this concept. Okay, so later we are going to use this concept and we are going to solve the problem.